Of Jeff Fortenberry's political and personal life begins tomorrow in a Los Angeles courtroom.
Yeah, the longtime Republican congressman is on trial. He's accused of lying to the FBI during an investigation about foreign campaign cash. Tonight, we lay out the case.
KETV News Watch 7's David Earl is in Los Angeles tonight to cover the trial and joins us now with an outline of the U.S. versus Fortenberry.
This case stems from a 2016 fundraiser here in Los Angeles where Congressman Fortenberry accepted foreign cash from a French billionaire through a conduit. Now, that is not what Congressman Fortenberry is on trial for. When the FBI came and asked him about that foreign campaign cash, they say he lied to them. And lying to the FBI is a federal crime.
There are a lot of people who are critical of it because it almost seems like a circular and even an entrapment. The FBI has information. They ask you questions when they know what the answers are, and then they get you for, that particular offense.
Jo Patudo teaches criminal law at the University of Nebraska, and she's read the prosecution's theory of the case they laid out in a memo filed in federal court. The feds have questioned the timing of a resolution Congressman Fortenberry introduced to the campaign contribution. For Patudo, it's a difficult link for prosecutors to make.
Of course, you're going to contribute to the congressperson whose views line up with what you want. So you put the two together, and there doesn't have to be any nefarious or, evil reason.
But then there's the tape, a phone call where Congressman Fortenberry's LA contact tells him the money he took was likely from a foreign source, a big no-no in campaign finance law. Federal agents were listening in, recording everything, and they say, quote, Fortenberry did not express surprise or concern that illegal foreign cash had been funneled to his campaign. Instead, Fortenberry continued to push for another fundraiser.
So it's not clear from that conversation, at least I would think that a defense lawyer could say that he wasn't focused on the particular things that this go-between was saying. He was focused on his interest, which is, can I have a fundraiser to help my campaign? And the other information was cycling through, but not in a way that he was stopping and really thinking about it seriously.
Patudo says a lot will depend on how that phone call plays when the jury hears it, whether it sounds as bad as the transcript may make it seem. And while the trial has big implications for Nebraska politics, Patudo thinks there are even bigger issues at play, issues of law and order, issues of democratic government.
The particular balance here between our interest as a society generally in making sure that people who represent us act ethically and in accordance with the law, as against how much we want law enforcement to essentially set up a crime because of a suspicion or, evidence that individual has not complied with the formality of the law. It seems to me that's a big policy question.
Jury selection begins here at the federal courthouse tomorrow morning. Now, during some of the pretrial conferences, Congressman Fortenberry's defense attorney told the judge they worried some jurors out here might have negative views of Republicans, saying potential jurors might consider Nebraska, in their words, foreign. We'll be in the courtroom to see how it all unfolds. Reporting in California, I'm David Earl for KETV News Watch 7.